I want to touch on something, and it's relative to my guest as well too. We got some black queens in the building. Shout out to the LSU women's basketball team. They had a lot of you motherfuckers in the uproar this weekend. Yeah. A lot of y'all was in the uproar, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this, we don't advocate no violence, but watch your mouth, man. There's a couple of y'all, man, y'all made a couple statements about that young lady. What's baby name? Angel Reese. Shout out to you, girl. Do your thing, baby. I did the wrong finger. Do your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Hold it down, man. But with this soft open, I wanted to address that, man. Watch your mouth, man. We ain't doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? To the first lady, don't do that, baby. Don't do that. We seen what you said. Don't no losers come to the White House. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It's your boy, John Little, a.k.a. John. And we continue the trend. You know what I mean? That I want nothing but female hustlers this season. We seen the numbers on YouTube. The fellas, y'all with me, as you should, because we got a voice. The ladies, not so much, man. I seen the numbers, man, and I don't alienate y'all. I'm not one of these guys who get on these platform and go and bash y'all. That's not my intention. I want to do this. I want to bring the love back into because I'm a 90s baby, man. We grew up on Keith Sweat. You know what I mean? Barry White. We grew up on real R&B, man. I don't like all the division that's been going on in the world, man. So we're not doing that, man. So I'm continuing my trend. What's this, Mark? Episode 14. Like I said, man, a lot of y'all didn't think I was going to be back for season 2. Y'all thought I was going to give it up. No, we're going to keep rolling. But without further ado, we got 2 queens in the building, man. And I feel good because they have a business model that I've never personally seen. And I hit them up because I really wanted to get into their story and see, how it all came together, what it's about, and, their vision for the company moving forward. And, y'all both got nicknames, and I want to know, do y'all want me to introduce y'all as the nicknames? Because I can, no? Okay, look, we're going to do a profession. I'm going to throw that in there. Okay, we got Olivia, a.k.a. Liv. If you catch her at the family reunion, it's Liv, you know what I mean? Or Olivia, you know what I mean? And we got Kayla in the building. She go by JoJo. You catch her around the way, my deuce and them. They going to call her Is it a childhood nickname?
Actually, more so college.
Oh, you got that in college. Now, we ain't going to get into how you got the nickname. Was it No, I do want to get into how you got the nickname JoJo.
It's so simple. My name is Kayla Josette, and I'm a 90s baby, so everybody's name was Kayla, Michaela, Shakayla I And so I had to go on into the middle name. But I didn't like my middle name at the time, so I was like, don't call me that.
I don't really like my middle name either. But it's cool, though. It's cool. I ain't going to tell y'all my middle name because y'all going to really look up.
Yeah, what is it?
It's Keith.
Like Keith Sweat?
Yeah, like Keith Sweat.
You broke quick. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, I always do, man. I always be like, I ain't going to tell y'all nothing, and then I end up telling y'all because I be wanting y'all to really know. And Liv, you got yours from what? This just...
Mine actually finally happened in college, too.
Okay.
I feel like I always wanted people to call me Liv, and then in college, people started calling me Liv, and then when I moved here, it stopped. So I feel like that's why I put it as my Instagram, because maybe people would just be like, oh, maybe she prefers Liv. So I really appreciate you... bringing that forward.
We do our research over here at I-70. You know what I mean? All day, I've been looking at goofy videos of them, seeing what they vibe was like, man, because that's what I got to do because I got to, I come off strong. You know what I mean? I talk real fast, and I just wanted to make sure I got the right energy for my guests. But y'all ain't got to worry about that today because, they going to hold it down. Now, let's get into the backstory. Okay, Olivia, baby, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
Where are you born and raised?
I was born in Wayne, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yep, real tiny north, middle Nebraska. And then I grew up in the Omaha Papillion area, went to school or for college in Lincoln. Okay. And then I moved to Kansas City in 2018, and we've been here since.
Lincoln, so that's Nebraska, right?
Go Big Red.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching a documentary, man. I can't remember the guy's name. It was a running back from Nebraska. Got in a whole lot of trouble back in the day. What is his name, bro? I was just looking at that. Don't even worry about it.
Too.
We ain't gonna do that. But yeah, the Big Red. Shout out to the Big Red. Okay, Kayla, where were you born and raised?
Kansas City, Missouri. And then...
I ain't on Kansas City, Missouri.
Not Kansas.
Not Kansas. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Absolutely not. And then I went to Grambling for college, and then I went to Mississippi State for grad school. And I came back home.
Hear that. Okay, now, and... let me correct myself. See, y'all, we always trying to get better at what we doing, okay? I'm good at talking, but I'm still getting better at this podcast thing. I didn't even introduce the name of the company. You know, Mark, we're going to do a little editing, you know. But no, because we rough working and raw. We're going to keep everything the same. These two queens are the founders and CEOs of a company called Queens Vibe KC. Boy, Mark, you was on point with that clap. You know, you usually a little slow with it, boy. You was on point. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now, growing up, and this question for both of you all, growing up, was fitness in the household, or did you have anybody in your family who was a personal trainer, who worked out? How did fitness come about in your life and on an adolescent level?
You want to go first?
So, I mean, I've always been athletic, and I think that I've always participated in sports and in activities and stuff like that. I will say that a lot of our business probably more so developed out of our adult fitness life, because growing up athletic and growing up in sports, like, you already fine. Like, you just you just a little snatch naturally. Yep. And so when you still doing the same stuff you was doing in college, except you grown now, the roles just stack up different on your back. And so it just, you know, once it hit, then you try to figure out what to do. It's a whole thing. And so then you kind of need this community, and then that's what we do. Okay, now, and Kayla, you ran track in high school. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, what events did you run? What investigation did you do, honey? That's what I do, man. You know what I mean? I do this. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I really, you know, I'm trying. You in the wrong business. I'm trying to be. Now, I don't want y'all to look for all my street oriented individuals. I don't want y'all to believe that I just do my research. I'm trying to be professional, man. I'm trying to be like David Letterman and all them motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean? Real interviewer. So don't run from this question. What events did you do in track? So I did 200, 400, and 4x4. And that was it. That 400, man, that's for, let me tell you, that is for real track runners. I don't care. I ran track in high school myself, went to state all 4 years. I'm hollering. I did. And the 400, I did it once as a freshman. Okay. And Coach Kenny couldn't talk me into doing it no more, you know, because that's for real runners, man. It's the last race of the meet. It's the most lit event. And I done seen people cry at the end of them races, boy. Your ass lock up. Me. You know what I mean? And you got that little walk, because you got to sprint it. You know what I mean? You can't, if you coast it, you going to get left in the dust, man. You got to sprint. Do you remember your routine, you know, as far as with the 400? Mine was get out, coast the straightaway, you know, give it a little bit of go, that third leg, and then just pray for the last. That's about right. I told you I'm real track.
And she still coaches, so she's still in the track.
Oh, really? Do you still coach that event particularly?
I'm the head coach at Lincoln Middle, so yep.
Girl, that's what I'm talking about. Head coach at Lincoln Middle. Okay, hold on, take a sip of my water.
I'm screaming. And my daddy, he also is he ran track in college, so he was one of my coaches when I was in AAU track.
That's beautiful.
So he is always wanting to talk about these things, and it's so funny that you say that, because I only ran track because I was good at it, and because I felt like, I don't know, I was real fine after track season. So I was like, I see the value in it. But I actually cheered in college because I was like, I'm not doing that. It looks really hard.
You didn't cheer in high school?
Yep. I cheered. I cheered in high school and middle school.
Shout out to all the cheerleaders, man. I miss back in my high school days, man. We had every football player was assigned a cheerleader, you know, game day. Absolutely.
What school is this?
I'm from St. Louis. So, you know, real football, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to KC football players, too. Yeah, absolutely. So, we were signed a cheerleader. So, Fridays for the game, our cheerleader would bring us a big Gatorade. I got the real big one. And our favorite candy. Mine was Snickers. So, every Friday, you know what I'm saying? Alexis Anderson, shout out to you, girl. She would bring me my big Gatorade and my Snickers, you know what I'm saying? And I got down, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I just wanted to ask that. Okay, now, Olivia, were you active in sports in college, in high school?
Certainly not in college.
Okay.
Barely in high school. I did track. So I had like 2 sports that I dabbled in.
Okay.
I was pretty good at track, but I hated it. I was the person, I would fall out after a 400, like on the ground, hyperventilating.
Me too.
I'm done for the day.
Me too.
I was.
I'm with
you. I had sports-related asthma. So I would pull that card when I needed to. And then I played volleyball, and I loved volleyball. But I'm like 5'2", 3 on a good day. And so it's like libero or bust. And so at a certain point, I shifted, and I did more like show choir. I'm from Nebraska, so it was a big thing there.
I got a story for you. Go ahead. Go ahead. About show choir. Go ahead.
And theater. So I was really into just like the performing aspects of things. And so when I finally got into fitness, I think that really showed itself with the format I started teaching. But my younger sister, who is 20, I mean, she is like she loves to run. She runs every day. She can't focus if she doesn't. She's currently in ROTC, has gone on 2 rucking marathons in the last month. So like our gene pool just didn't quite overlap in the same way. But I found my niche. So.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Now, show choir, for me, I was ruined in middle school, okay? I went to predominantly white middle school, and the parents ran the show choir.
Oh.
So, of course, we all the black kids, we like, shit, because we getting bused we had a desegregation program in St. Louis where they bust the city kids out to the suburbs to go to school.
Was it labeled like that?
That's what it's called, the DSEG program. They actually just stopped it, actually, in St. Louis, but it's called the DSEG program. Absolutely. So they would bus all the city kids out to, you can
nobody's mama was like, what the heck is going on
But this is old, though. So, like, this goes back to civil rights when they was just trying to integrate the high schools in St. Louis. And it was just named the desegregation program. So.
And nobody in all those years, nobody. Everybody said this is fine. That's wild.
I'm sure but we work in schools.
Yeah.
That's how we're like.
Absolutely. I mean, you can look at it. I'm sure they got the same program in KC. It's just probably not called the desegregation program.
It's not.
That's man. That's what it was called back home.
Wild.
But with the show choir, they all the black kids, we come out and we hype because we ain't got no drama, nothing like that. Where we from? So we like, come on, man, let's go do this drama thing, man. And we could dance our ass off in show choir. We was killing. I ain't gonna do that. We was killing y'all when it came to show choir. You know what I mean? And I think it was one of us that made it. And we all sitting back like, damn. But because all my white friends, them and all they homeboys and the girls they ran with, all them made show choir. I still ain't forgot about that, man. Y'all robbed me, man. I could have real deal been in, drama or something like that, man. Y'all robbed me. Y'all really took that from me. And
I hate that for you.
Yeah, man. I deserved it. I got all this damn charisma and y'all ain't even let me in to show what I can do. I ain't forgot about this shit, man.
Dang.
And my 10-year reunion came up, and I may say something to some of y'all behind that.
That's right.
I may say something behind it. Okay, now, college. Did the fitness journey start in college? Both of y'all can answer that separately.
No. For me personally, no. It didn't happen until I came to Kansas City. Okay. I struggled a lot with I also grew up my whole life in predominantly white spaces. I'm mixed and my family that I grew up with is white. And so that was just a lot to navigate and then a lot to unpack and continue to unpack as an adult. But in college, it was just a lot of still trying to figure out where I fit in, who I was. And for me, fitness hadn't quite come into play yet. And I think once it did come into play, that was a huge turning point for me. So. And
you, Kayla, did it get going in college? When you was already in your athletic space in high school, did you continue it on into college or?
Yes, but it was really unhealthy.
Okay.
So Grambling cheerleading squad is.
Shout out Grambling.
Yes. It is 60 deep. So there are 20 co-ed and then 40 all-girl pretty much. And basically, college athletics is it's hard to navigate, especially when it comes to body image. It was a whole thing about you had to be a certain size, you had to be even if you could tumble, all these different things. And you coming from your high school thinking you the best from there. None of the girls at my school could tumble. So I'm oh, I'm good. And I remember my coach told me, we was doing aerobics or something, and he was just y'all sweating butter, y'all are big. He would really he would be so on us about our weight.
And you know who you are, coach. You know who you are.
And so it just was wow. And don't get me wrong, I think he's an amazing coach. He produces great productions. But at the end of the day, it really did weigh on my conscience about I was always very self-conscious about my size. Right. And of course I look back and I'm I was so skinny. My neck was too skinny. I looked kind of stupid. So I'm just so I was into working out stuff, but not because I wanted to or because I liked it, but because I didn't want to get cut and I didn't want to be left at home for the game.
I understand that. Now, and I didn't even have this down, but I like to, it's a conversation. Most people do these podcasts and it feels like an interview. And Olivia, one thing I want to ask you, just to piggyback off what you said, you brought up the fact that you are mixed. Okay, can you speak to just that identity thing that you, because I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that? Because it may be some young woman who deals with that same thing. Because now that we grown, we can look back and expound on what we went through.
Yeah.
Can you just speak to growing up being mixed?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. Like, my mom was also mixed. She's half Mexican, half white. Okay. And so she grew up in a household where her dad was very adamant about not having any Hispanic or Latinx culture in the house. Mm-hmm. It was very much like, it was like a coping mechanism, right? To try and like assimilate to white culture. Right. And so I think she did her best for what she could to try and expose me to things, because my biological father was just never in the picture. And she did a really great job of trying not to plant any seeds of resentment in me about that. But for a long time, it was just like a matter of there truly just weren't Black people around me for me to, get to know or like be a part of that culture. And so then as I got older, it was kind of like, well, what I know is white people. And then there was like processes in college and now still of just like, that's all the whole like, makes people want to be like, I'm never enough of this or I'm always too much of that. And in college, I had a professor who really was like, this was like one of the hardest points of my life. It was like a project basically where we had to do a lot of self-work and a lot of checking of our own biases. And I'm going in thinking like, I'm like literally so like racially diverse. Like I'm going to be a pro at this class. And we had to take this assessment that basically measured our different biases. And mine was basically saying I was like in a really polarizing state, like just saw things very like literally black and white. And everyone in the class was supposed to basically choose a population of people who you weren't super familiar with and like do a service thing and like get to know them and do interviews. And she told me like, I think you should work with like the Black community. And I'm like, looking at her like, are you crazy? Yeah. Do you know how crazy I'm gonna look going into like a Black space and being like, could I interview you about being Black? And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And she was just like, when you're walking across the street and somebody doesn't know you, they see you and they see a Black woman. Absolutely. And you can't currently relate to that experience, and you have to do that work if you want to be able to get closer to it. She's great. Shout out Dr. Fagan. Shout out Dr. Fagan. But that really transformed like the way that I saw the world, the way I saw myself, the way that I could see the nuances of all those different things. And that's honestly what ended up leading me to Kansas City, because it was through a program. But I mean, it's a really complicated topic. Absolutely. And there's a lot of different ways to be mixed and a lot of different experiences. And I think that's something I'll always kind of be figuring out with, even within Queen Vibes. It's something that I think about a lot because, it's a space like ideally and like ultimately for Black women. Absolutely. And I have to remember that like being a Black woman is not a monolith. We show up in so many different ways, shapes, sizes, personalities, et cetera, et cetera. And so like my identity as a Black woman is always going to be valid because it's mine. Absolutely. And honestly, that wasn't in my notes at all. But, once she said that, I wanted, it's an important topic, because I have a best friend. She's mixed. And she used to touch on that when we was in high school. Like, she would always tell me, like, John, sometimes I ain't Black enough. Sometimes I ain't white enough. You know what I mean? They, mixed kids, they find themselves. And, me, I could never understand. You know what I mean? So she would always let me know that was a real thing. And honestly, this is my first time being able to ask somebody to, expound on that. Okay, so back to the notes. Post-college, okay. Olivia, so you started doing cardio classes post-college? Yes. Okay, now, and what is WERQ? Work. So that is actually where we currently still teach our classes out of the work studio. Okay. Shout out Haley. But basically, when I first moved here, I was teaching pre-K. Okay. And so I was teaching all day. I was on my feet. I was moving, whatever. And I was just eating school lunch with everybody and tired. And I just felt terrible. But I'm just someone who never found, like, I just can't be like, I got to work out, so I'm just going to go do it. Like, I'm going to go hop on the treadmill. I have to, like, trick myself into being like, this is going to be so fun. And so work is a cardio dance format. And when I would start going, my background, again, show choir, musical theater, I felt like I was Beyonce performing on the stage. I'd be in the front of the class. And so then eventually the instructors that I was going to were kind of like, you should get certified. Like, you should do it. And at first I was like, what? Me? Never. And then I ended up getting certified. And it was right when the pandemic hit. So I taught in my living room on Zoom for a long time. And my husband, who we were just engaged at the time, he'd be on the couch just like, get it. Like, just
Way to be supportive. That's what we need out here, man.
Alex.
Shout out Alex, man. Way to be supportive. That's what I'm talking about, player. That's how you keep them.
Right.
I need to take some notes from you, player, because I'm out here just single looking for something. So I'm gonna need to holler at
There you
Alex
go.
and ask him what he did that I need to do. You know what I mean?
He'll help you out.
Okay, now Kayla, post college, what did you do post college that got you back into the fitness game?
Honestly,
Tell the truth now.
Well, I would say going to her class because I don't know, like I hate working out.
I hear you.
Or at least, okay, let me say, no, I hated working out.
Okay.
Because I just wasn't used to it in that way. Like going to the gym, like I can do it. It's fine, but I do not enjoy this. And people be like, girl, like once you start going, you gonna love it. You gonna start craving it. I'm like, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
And then it's expensive.
All I crave is bread still.
Yeah, girl.
No, it's expensive though.
And then I want to see the results tomorrow because at the end of the day, if I'm paying you all this money, I need to be skinny tomorrow. And then I'm still drinking, I'm still eating bread and wim-wims and bam-bams, all this stuff, and I'm just not losing no weight. It was driving me crazy. But because also I cheered in college, going to her class, she was just like, come to One Life, like it'll be fun. And so me and my roommate went, and I was like, it really actually is fun, and I don't mind doing this. And I'm like, okay, I'm burning calories. This is good. And then what it did for me was actually push me towards the gym, because then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this fun workout class, burn all these calories, I might as well go get on the treadmill at least a few more times this week. And so that kind of kickstarted my fitness journey, but not necessarily our business. I feel like our business was more so born out of like the actual space we were in, just not being diverse at all. Like we would be teaching these classes, like these dance workout classes, and it would be like a lot of tiny old white ladies and like people, like I don't know, it would just be
We be dancing to Cardi B and
it was just real, you know.
Okay, now hold on, because we're gonna get into that. Okay, now, and I want to piggyback off something yet again. I'm the piggyback king.
Not the
That's my problem too, you know, with fitness. You know what I mean? Because me personally, I eat right for a week, and then I'm in the mirror like, hey man, I need some shit to change in here. You know what I mean? I did good, because that's my biggest problem with fitness is I'll do good for a minute, but man, that pizza, man, listen. That pizza come calling. And then shit, hell, we live once. Goddamn it, I ain't finna starve myself to look like no damn string bean. You know what I mean? Damn that. I mean, I want to eat good. You know what I mean? So, you know, now, ladies, let's get into how did y'all meet?
So we both ended up doing Teach for America.
Okay.
And she chose to come here. I chose to, though. I chose to come home. And so basically like the first week they have like this induction thing, whatever. And so it was at Char Bar. And so we ended up just sitting down talking, and we ended up talking for hours. And then she was like telling me basically her story, kind of like what she just told y'all about like how she grew up and things. And we were just, me and my roommate was like, girl, you are a queen. You are so nice. Like the black girls love you. Like, don't worry. Like we accept you, be you, all these things. Either way, she was amazing. So that's literally where we met, even though we didn't teach in the same school.
Right. Okay, and now I know because I did my research, but I want them to break it down. Okay. How did Queens Vibe KC get started? And I mean I know it was your idea, so I want you to start it out. Yeah, I did my research. I got them. You know what I mean? Like what, like just take me back to that day when it popped in your brain. Like, man, I want to do this.
Well, it was a little bit, it honestly was like in 2019, I feel like I was just kind of like, I want to do something more. Like, I feel like when you have a really big personality, people are always telling you like, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm like, sure, like sounds good. But I'm also like not drawn to it or not tied to it because it wasn't my idea. And so I was like thinking of all these businesses, but I'm also like a very like idealistic person. Like anytime like there is something to be done, I'm like, how can it be bigger? And so it can get kind of over the top.
You're a visionary.
Yes.
There you go, girl.
And so I can go a little crazy. And so at first I was like, ooh, what if there was like a spa and like you could also like go and take workout classes, but you could also like, there could be a bar and then it could be like a club kind of too. Like it was just a bunch. It was so much. And so literally one day I was in the shower and I was like, what about like workout classes, like a workout business? And then I was like, okay, well, how do I get this started? And I was thinking about it and talking about it. So I talked to Olivia about it, and she was just like helping me process it. And I started taking a business class. It's called Entrepreneurial Business Basics. This lady, Kira Cherie, she's amazing. Black business coach in Kansas City. But
yes, man, come on, get on. I'm gonna come find you. You told me the name. I'm gonna come find you. Yo.
She is fire. Like she gonna
I'm gonna get your Instagram,
build
baby.
It back up, all the things. And so as I was taking the class, I was like, okay, I can't do this by myself, because some of the things that it calls for to be an entrepreneur, I didn't have at the time. Like I just didn't have those. I didn't have all the pieces. And I was like, Olivia, and I was like, well, I told her about it, but she didn't say like, ooh, I want to do it too. So I was like, I can't just put a business on somebody. And so I like called, like, Olivia, I just want to ask you something. You know, I was wondering. And she was like, ooh, girl, I thought you would never ask. Like, I was so excited. So I was like, okay, great. And so that's how we kind of came to fruition.
Okay, and now I didn't know when I wanted to ask this, but I think it's the perfect time. Why does this work? Like, you know, because it's about chemistry. As you can see, I do this podcast by myself. Right. But I'm always thinking about, damn, do I want to co-host? But so, because it don't always work out. Why does this chemistry between you two work?
I think initially, so like when Kayla was saying, like, there's things that I'm missing, like on paper, I had a bachelor's in business, and like I love like businessy things. I like the process of things. But then in like actual practice, I think, like Kayla was saying, she is a visionary. She's very outgoing. And I think in a lot of ways we are like a very yin to each other's yang. But then when I'm with her, like I feel like it brings out like a silly side of me. And then also like I don't know. We just like, I think sometimes people think I don't have a very strong personality. Yeah. And I
oh, you do from what I see.
Well, and Kayla will say, like, I always say kind of like little sneaky things to her that nobody else will hear.
She's messy. That's what she's trying to say.
But it like, I feel like it helps me come out of my shell. And I mean, I just love entrepreneurship.
Right.
And so I love the idea of creating something out of nothing and fixing a problem that doesn't have a solution. And Kayla loves ideating. And like, you know, she is so well connected and knows so many people, and nobody's a stranger. And so I think that those things together got us where we are now. And also, I think we are really good about checking our egos, and we have really good communication.
I like that.
Because
checking ego.
Running a business with a friend who's almost like a sister can be really hard.
I hear that.
And so we're really good about being able to name like, this hurt me, or like, okay, this made me feel like this, or like, this thing isn't working for me. What can we do? And so we've had a lot of really hard conversations.
Yes.
I love the transparency. I love that, because they could have sat down and told you it's all peaches and cream and everything goes accordingly. I love that. Okay. Now, take me to your first class. When y'all got it down, put it all on paper, got everything started, take me to the first event.
That was lit.
Yeah, it was great.
How many people was there?
Like over 40.
Ooh. Oh, so y'all came out the gate running.
We really did.
And I was going to say, that'd be the problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, people, it's so funny. And I see this post all the time. I was just thinking about this, like, maybe 2 days ago. There's this post that's like, starting a business will show you who your real friends are. And I feel like when I first started, I was thinking the same thing, because I was just like, yes, like, your people need to show up for you. Like my mama and my cousins and my aunties, everybody needs to be at this, because this is an amazing thing that I'm doing, that I feel like it's helping the community, all this stuff. We get all these people to come out to this dance aerobics, like, you know, event and support us. And then your actual classes start, because we've shifted our business model. So we started out thinking that like we would do, we wanted a building at first, like rent a building, like we can have all these classes, kind of like a dance studio or something like that, but for workout. And then we kind of, like, our business coach was like, y'all do events really well, so do them. Like, do what people want. And so, because she's just like, it's not true. Like, if you build it, they'll come. That's not true. They won't come. You'll have a rent on your hands or a mortgage on your hands. So
I hear that.
We're just like, okay, well, we'll do these events. So then we expected every event to be just like the first one. And then we would expect the same people to come. And then like we started wanting people wanted continuous classes and consistent classes. So we're like, okay, let's do this weekly. And then we expected them 40 people from the event to be at the class. And that wasn't quite the case.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So following that, was it discouraging, having that big start and then?
Absolutely. And I think that's where that post comes into play of like, it's just not true. Like when you say like, start a business and you'll see who your real friends are. Like that's just not true because your friends are not your clientele. They're not your target market.
Talk that talk,
and it's just not fair to them. But it's hard to see unless you're the client. Like my sister, she started, she became an esthetician.
Okay.
And so I was like, she would always be like, girl, come get a facial. And I was like, first of all, I ain't paying $60 for you.
Yeah.
Because I got pretty decent skin. Like it ain't, I just drink water. Like I be chilling.
Do she get with men? Because I've been trying, the summer here, I've been trying to get.
She quit. But you know what? I know somebody else.
I'm about to tap in. I'm trying to get my skin right.
Well, that's the thing. I just like never wanted to go. And I felt, and like, that's when I was like, it's not because I don't love her. It's not because I don't support her. I just don't want a daggone facial. And I'm not going to pay $60 for it because I don't think it's necessary. And so, and of course I went to get a facial and I was like, oh, this is fire. Yeah. But I'm still not paying for it. And I feel like we started to see that with people that we knew of like, girl, you coming to class? Like I start to feel like I'm heckling people.
Yes, ma'am.
I would literally be like, I see you at the club, but you didn't want to come to the
well,
you can't get your pants up. Don't say nothing to me. I was just like, I was over it and I was angry with people. But then I feel like once we started getting clients that just did not know us from anything and they were so loyal.
Oh, I love this.
I was like, oh, like we just gotta like market to people who want us and who want what we are selling. Okay, cool. And so then I could care less. Like if my auntie's, you ain't gotta repost. I don't even care.
There you go.
Because you're not my and I know you love me still, and I still love you, and it's cool. So it was discouraging at first, and honestly, it's still an ongoing like battle because we chose a business that is not necessarily what is the word? A necessity.
Okay.
Like you don't have to go work out.
Right.
You don't have to go, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a doctor. We're not therapists that where it's just like super high demand. Like, and we also broke into the market at a time where everything is virtual and people want things at their fingertip and they want convenience in a different way. So it's like we're always having to like sometimes we have really, really great months where we sold out class this past week. Yeah. But then we'll have like a random class and I'm like, hype, get off work. We got 3 people signed up. And I'm like, great.
I hear that. That message is deep. Just, even with my situation with the podcast, you have this vision of the support you think you're going to get. And you want it to be from your friends and your loved ones because you feel like, number one, you seek their validation early on.
And they the ones who hype you.
Exactly. They the ones who get you to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then it's like, hold on, you got me to do it, but I ain't saying you post one thing of mine. You ain't reposting no reel. No, you barely even like the reels when they come out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I had to get over that. And I love that transparency because I think every entrepreneur, no matter what field you're in, you got to get over that and realize that it's 7 billion people in the world. And those people who are going to support you, you don't know them personally.
Yep.
They'll repost everything you do, comment, like, share everything. And they don't know you personally, but they love what you got going on. So I think every entrepreneur needs to just accept that realization of just do what you're going to do. And you'll find, believe you me, you do it long enough and consistently, and you got a product that's good that people enjoy, people will support you. And it's going to be those individuals you do not know. You know what I mean? When I get a reel that get 20,000 views, I don't know that many people personally, you know what I mean? But it goes like, oh, damn, it's this many people that liked it and viewed it. So, anytime any entrepreneur sits down with me and they give that message, I love it because that's real advice. That's not cookie cutter advice. Oh, everybody gonna love it. No, you'll start hating your friends, man.
And they start hurting you because you also don't want people to like buy your stuff or pay for things out of guilt.
Right, there you go.
Because that's not a consistent client. And then also you're like building a wall between you because you don't want to see me you don't want to run into me because you're going to, exactly.
Yeah. Girl, she a woman. She always DMing me.
Okay, and now, y'all get going and, question I want to ask, connecting with Black women within the industry. How was that process? Was it a hard process or, was it? Because, everybody's story is different. So, like, let me ask it in a better way. How important is connecting with other Black women within the industry?
I think it's really important, partially because with fitness specifically, like, For full transparency, this isn't a business that's, getting us out of our full-time job.
I hear that. Both educators, correct?
Catch me in Lincoln Middle.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, our vision for Queen Vibes KC is like to encourage and inspire like Black women to get moving.
Right.
And so when we partner with other people and people connect with people who can get them moving, like that's a win. We want our people to be healthier and feel better and find something that they're passionate about. And so sometimes, I think we have to remember that like a spirit of abundance is really important in the wellness community because it is really saturated and it's really competitive and there's a million different price points. And so knowing your niche market can also help you be like, I'm not going to be mad when so-and-so goes to, this person that we collabed with a week ago because it's just a better fit for them.
Right.
And so I think also just you're never going to be, you can be an expert, but there's always things to like learn or skills that can complement yours within the wellness industry. And so being able to find the people who can do that with you and for you, I think is also really important. Also just like to keep people safe, like in class. So.
Okay. And now that we on the topic of Queen's Vibe KC, break down this class. What is it? What is, if somebody was to say, okay, I want to sign up, what are they getting out of this class or out of Queen's Vibe KC?
So I would say that Queen Vibes is not a class, right? Like Queen Vibes is almost a movement of sorts. Like,
excuse me.
Yes, it is because in a lot of ways, like me and Olivia always say, like, honestly, people are buying us. Like,
yep.
It's literally the vibe that we bring. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific class. Like on Tuesdays, yes, at Work Fitness at 6:30, we teach a step aerobics class. You will come in, you'll get a warm up, you'll get an icebreaker. We're gonna stretch, we're gonna do the steps, we're gonna do a little combo, we're gonna record it.
I watch the videos, y'all. They be cutting up in the videos, boy.
And we have fun. We go home, right? But like we also do events, and we try to incorporate just things that people want, like people that are in our target market are asking for. Like in our event tomorrow, like we're going to have somebody come and talk about just kind of how to fix your finances. Like, as an adult, like
we all
in
need
the Black
that.
community, especially, like there's things we want to know about.
Absolutely.
You know it, but you don't always like know somebody you can actually speak to, like call up and talk to and ask about it.
Right.
And so like it just depends. Like we had a girls' night out at the Blueprint KC.
Okay.
And we just wanted something, like we wanted a confidence builder with somewhere where you can go, you can look cute, Black girls gonna hype you up, you supporting a Black business. And so like whatever just makes women feel good and move and feel like they can meet somebody else who's on the same trajectory and that can hype them up, like that is what Queen Vibes is.
And like, ladies, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna start can I like just start to get like a little hidden secret about when y'all do these girls' nights, man? Because I just want to run into something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pretend like I don't know y'all. You know what I mean? I'll show up and just be like, oh hey, you know what I mean?
And we'll say, John, it's the girls.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Damn. Look, fellas, I be trying, y'all. Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm trying to find. My daddy told me, son, you got to start going to the areas where where you gonna find the women that you're looking for.
And I know that's not what the podcast is about, but I personally struggle today in Kansas City. And
talk about it, because I'm not from here, and I'm glad somebody from KC saying it.
But it's twofold. Okay. I struggle to date in Kansas City. One, because I'm from here, so I know these people.
Yeah.
Most of them, and then the ones that's like got good sense, they married, and then the ones that's not married don't want to be married, or they got 5 kids.
It's not me. I don't have none of that, bro. I don't.
Or you just don't, like, I don't know where to go to meet them. But then at the same time, I think that I've been doing some research on this, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
And I feel like
it better be facts, Kayla.
It is. It is.
Giving out no BS now.
No, I feel like one thing is just like the region, right? Like people in the Midwest date to marry. And so like when if men in the Midwest feel like they're not ready to be married, they don't want to date. They just want to, they own some Netflix and chill, right? Or
HBO Max.
Correct. Until they're ready. Whereas like you could go to DC and Atlanta and Houston, and yes, people are dating. Like they are like really dating. You could get hella dates if you go to these places. Like your Hinge blows up when you get into that area. But
Hinge doing that?
But
I
it's
heard
like
about
a
Hinge.
dating community. It's like my friends that live in those cities, they like go on dates, but none of them have a man. Like they just go on dates.
I mean, that's the weird part. At least no, it's not the weird part. I get that. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do no dividing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that, because I was gonna give my little spiel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't.
Well, no,
I'm
now
just kidding.
I'm
This
gonna
is
do
your
it. Now,
podcast.
because now I'm gonna do it. And now, I'm not from KC. So I would say it's easier for me to date in Kansas City because I'm not from here.
Correct.
I didn't play ball with y'all baby daddies. I don't know these gentlemen. And I'm like a threat with the men here because, you know, here's the thing. This be my problem, KC. Soon as I meet a little young lady, you know, because I used to do security down in Westport. Everybody know me all of a sudden. Soon as I get to talking to a nice little young lady, oh, you talking to John? You talking to John? No, no, dude, you don't know me, bro. You know of me. Don't do that. Don't block what I got going on. So, I mean, I enjoy being out here, but, I mean, as an outsider, it is hard to date here. That's a fact. I agree wholeheartedly. I don't know, man.
It might just be the generation, too. Like, I just think dating look different.
I'm with you. I think so, too.
People know better, too. Like, I feel like now, because even though I'd be like, yes, like, oh, I want to date. At the same time, I know so many young married couples that I'd be like, that all will tell you, like, girl, take your time. Like, don't just go sign up for this. Like, people with kids be like, don't have kids. Yeah. So it's like, I be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Because I meet people, too. But it'd be like, either I'm not attracted to them, or I'm like, am I settling? Then I'm also now accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And
man,
like,
it's hard.
What we gonna do?
I mean, it's hard out here, man. And I ain't had this in my notes, but this is real conversation. I told you this is a conversation, not an interview. That's a real thing, man, because I'm 28 now. So I'm like I said, when I was young, I come from a big family. I'm the baby of 5. My mother and father been together 30 years.
Oh, mine too.
So, you know, I grew up seeing that, and I always thought at 28 I would be married with children. And now that I'm not, it's like I'm just in this weird gray area. And it goes back to what you said. I'm used to living a certain lifestyle now. I do what I want when I want. And it's kind of hard for me to bring somebody into my world because it's like, I don't want to settle. And I'm glad you said that. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody, men or women, don't settle. You know what I mean? Because to your point, at this age, we all have friends who are married with children. And they say, hey, if I would have knew better, I would have did better. You know what I mean? So it's weird, man. But look, ladies, I am available, and I don't have any children. I don't have any failed marriages. Just holler, you know what I'm saying? Just holler at your boy, man. You know what I mean? I'm funny, baby. I can make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? I can make you get you. Look, I got 2 of them laughing. We can have a time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not desperate. I don't want this to be like I'm desperate because I'm fine. I'm paying my own bills. I live in a nice place in Johnson County. You know what I mean? I'm doing just fine. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, I ain't gonna say exactly.
They have like the speed dating. Kayla tried it.
How was it?
Horrible.
And I talk fast.
The strangest thing I've ever. It just. I don't even know. They had to put a flyer out and say, if you're odd and you cannot find a date, come to this event.
Not if you're odd.
And I must have missed the line because there I go.
We need to make a Facebook group for us people in Kansas City who are.
No. Don't get on the Facebook groups. They're weird.
They weird too?
Yes, because it's desperate people. It's like everybody in there like in swimsuits like, I went to Florida A&M. I'm like, you nasty.
Well, I think there literally was a article that came out like last year that was like the worst date places to date in the country.
Casey was number 1, wasn't it?
Number 1.
That was disappointing.
That's hard.
Okay, now we got a little. That was Kayla's fault, y'all. We got a little off topic, but it was good. You know what I'm saying? Good advice, man. Because we struggling out here, us single people, and we struggling out here in KC, man. You know what I mean? It's slim picking. The ladies, they just, and shout out to you. I grew up in a house full of women. You know, I got 3 older sisters, mom and grandma. So you know, but man, y'all being hard on the brother, man. Goddamn, like I mean, I can't be Prince Charming off the rip, baby. Get to know me a little bit. You know what I mean? Nowadays, women, I'll be talking to a young lady. We at the bar, I'll buy a drink. She immediately interrogating the boy.
He said it was me throwing off the
I know, I was going to say, what is your opening line?
I can't give up the pimping. Like, wait a minute, I can't really give up.
If it work, it worked.
No, it worked. It worked. I mean, y'all can see, I'm a high energy. I got a good personality. So, I mean, off rip, I know how to talk to women. Let me just put it that way. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm not aggressive. I'm not a guy who, I can take rejection. I'm not, I don't give a damn about all that. It come with the territory. But I don't know, man. I'm going to say this. Women give me the whole tag. They find out I'm 28. I ain't got no kids. They immediately go, red flag. I'm like, damn, baby, I just ain't got no kids. I mean, you can trust me. I'm responsible. I mean, I ain't got no kids on purpose.
That's fair.
A lot of y'all men out here.
That's an interesting red flag, though. I feel like when I meet people that don't have kids, like I don't think of it as a red flag. So it's something else.
This is my life. No, it's not. Because listen.
You have to ask a woman because you don't know how you're being perceived.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when they see I can talk to women and this, that, and the third, they instantly like, oh yeah, I get
so you're giving flirty vibes to everybody.
But that's how I talk to women because I grew up in a house full of women. So I'll say, hey, how you doing, love? Hey, how you doing, baby? And I don't mean it that way. What else you want me to say? You know what I mean? That's just how I talk to women. You know, so you might be right, Kayla.
Because you also kind of country, and I feel like, and not in a bad way. Like literally, my family from Alabama. Yeah. But I'm gonna say that girls in Kansas City or women in Kansas City, I do feel like that is aggressive or like it's because I don't really like the pet names either, like honey, all that.
Change my approach. Okay,
it's giving creep.
So what? See, bro, y'all don't know what y'all want.
I'm not saying you are a creep. I'm just saying that's usually the men who come with those lines be kind of creepy.
So y'all ruining my name out here, basically. The creepy dudes. I need to get away from y'all. I need to switch up. Y'all using the same lingo as me.
Yeah, I'm switching different words.
So what am I supposed? Hey, excuse me, ma'am.
What's your name?
No, but that ain't no good way.
Yes, it is.
No, that ain't, man. Y'all ain't out here in these streets as a man, bro. Y'all women mean sometimes, bro.
Like, even like
I walk up on a woman. Already, I ain't even said.
That must be the kind you like.
Nah, hell.
You.
Oh dang.
Because you attracted to them kind of girls.
I mean,
you like them a little bougie, and then when they give you bougie, you don't like it.
Let me tell y'all the type of woman I like, because this is my platform. Let me tell y'all, I like them a little hood. But classy with it though, you know what I mean?
And you gonna get an attitude from them every time.
But when I say hood, I mean she grew up that way, but she don't like to fight and shit like that. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? I like that. She ain't with the drama. She don't want to go out and she classy with hers. But if you go to her family reunion, her daddy side a little rough around the edges. That's what I like.
She gonna have an attitude with you if you come at her talking about what's happening, baby, and all.
But no, I don't say it like that. Mine just rolled off the tongue. Mine just. But anyway, look, yeah.
Take that note down. We'll help you afterward.
Man, that's cool. That's fine because I don't know. Maybe I need to move. I mean, maybe I need to go find me some Southern women.
You know, that's not a bad
that appreciate. You know what I mean? Because according to Kayla, I give creep vibes up here to KC women. So no, that's what she said.
Vibes. We were trying to adjust your approach.
And I take constructive criticism. So I appreciate that, Kayla. Maybe I need to switch up my approach. I'm gonna holler at y'all about things like, well, damn it, we on camera. What should I be saying? Like, you know,
I'm not dating, but truly like asking I'd rather somebody just ask my name.
Or I'll ask you your name. But like just my right. My approach when I come.
Yeah. Damn. Because like if we're sitting at the bar and you want to talk to one of us, you would walk up and say what?
Oh, well, see, I'm good with that. So like I'll walk up. Once again, I don't really want to give up the pimping, but I give a little soft conversation that I give. If it was both of y'all at the bar, y'all was drinking. I walk up, I would say, excuse me, ladies. I would address both of y'all immediately. Okay. Excuse me, ladies. Y'all both turn around. You know what I mean? One of y'all.
You're already doing this.
Yeah.
You only have to play your role.
Okay, my bad. Oh, you right. Role play. So I walk up, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all would turn around, look at me. I would then go, boom, excuse me, love. And you know what I mean? That's how I would do it. What is your name? Can I buy you a drink? That's the next thing. I'm going to ask you your name. Then I'm going to say, can I buy you a drink? And then I would buy both of y'all a drink because I know how that goes. You know what I mean? Fellas, you may be one drink away from your wife, man. But you got to take care of the friend too, man. But if they deep, hell no. Because one time a woman was like, oh, but you got to buy all us a drink, girl. You must be out your damn mind. There's 7 of y'all in the club and y'all don't want Patron. Out your damn mind. Hell no. I don't want your friend up that bad.
They don't even buy their own self Patron.
Hell no. I was a bartender too. Yeah, boy. That's for another topic. So that's creep vibe, what I just did. Come on, Kayla. Give it to me straight, love.
Okay, sadly, it's actually not. It's not creepy what you're doing, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work. Because I feel
no, it's working. I don't want to put that message out there.
Okay, let me say, it don't work for me. Like, I feel like if it was really me and her sitting there and somebody did to me, I would automatically be like...
Okay, now, boom. What would be the ideal approach then? Yeah.
One, I'd rather you talk to me by myself. I don't know why. I just like...
But I got to address her, though.
You don't. Like, I don't know.
Fellas, it's over. It's over. It's over, bro. Yeah,
I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom. I'm going to get up and go to the bar. Especially, first of all, if I done already caught your eye, you done caught my eye from across the room, I'm going to either get up and go to the bathroom. I'm going to go, you can talk to me. But I just don't like, hey, ladies. And then everybody's like,
what?
Watching the conversation.
Ain't that a confidence thing that he was confident enough to address your friends and then boom?
Yes.
Fellas, it's over. Hell, I don't know. I don't know no more. I thought this was, this is season of the women, so this going to be, boy, I tell you, I'm going to go home and sip some Sip some Hennessy, boy, because it's over. Now, let's get back, because this shit done got all out of pocket.
Some Hennessy.
This done got all out of pocket, bro.
Cigarette.
Oh, hell no. I ain't never smoked a cigarette a day in my life. Hell no.
Why are you just sipping? I don't know how.
I love Hennessy.
It's so nasty.
It's not, see, that's a man's drink. Any woman that drink Hennessy, that's a red flag. I wouldn't talk to you
no
damn way.
lady, that's true.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk to no woman drink Hennessy. That's a man's drink. You sip Hennessy, get where you need to be, turn on some old school, maybe some Isley Brothers, and boy, you would have a night. All right, now, let's get back to business. Okay, now speak about being unapologetic about who y'all serve. I know that didn't brought some negative attention maybe, but just speak to being unapologetic about who y'all serve.
It has in the past, but of course, the only people who ever question it is white people. Mm-hmm. I'm sure surprising to nobody. I mean, being unapologetic, I mean, one, it's our community. Two, it's underserved in the health industry in general.
Mm-hmm.
Want to talk about Black women maternity rates, want to talk about just doctors in general, et cetera, et cetera. And then I just lost my train of thought.
Just being unapologetic about who you serve.
Oh, yeah. And then also it's like from a business perspective, everybody knows Black people have money and Black people will spend their money. Look at the beauty industry. Look at all these places. And so I think being really forward with like who we're trying to serve and create an experience for too, again, getting into your niche market within such a saturated field such as the fitness industry.
Right.
And like we said before too, like when more people like that look like us are healthy, everybody wins.
Because I go to the gym all the time, and I mean, honestly, now that I got two Black women in here. You don't see a lot, you know what I mean? When you go to these gyms, I don't really see. I see Black men, you know what I mean? That be a small little community of us. And shout out to you, because we in there with our do rags on and shit, got them feeling uncomfortable. Hell yeah, what's that? I know they be looking at, what's that? Yeah, it's me. Anyway, I don't see a lot of, my Black women in the gym. You know what I mean? So that's why I think what y'all doing is so important and so powerful, because I think, and I never really, until I seen y'all business model, I never really thought about it, myself. And, once I finally seen, what y'all got going, I was like, damn, they right. I go into the gym, it'll be two Black women in the whole gym.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
for good reason, though, too. Like, I feel like I wish we had a platform to talk about, or we have one. I wish we use it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. We will going forward, but it's like Black women just be so ousted from certain spaces and people just don't even notice it, because it's like, if I go to the gym, first of all, if I ever come to work and my edge is not laid, it's a whole issue. It's a conversation. Like literally, everybody's gonna have something to say. Oh, are you tired this morning? Like what?
Black men, we don't know. That's why I'm glad this all women this season, because this ain't what we go through. You know what I mean? So if you have to think about and process, what is my hair gonna do if I go work out? Do I have enough time? Like if my hair is straight and I have to wrap it, I can wrap it and work out, but then I have to wait for it to dry so that my edges don't curl back up. Mm-hmm. And then I can unwrap it, and then I have to blow dry it, and then wrap it again, and then take it down, and then I can go to work. I don't have that much time. I got to be at work at 6:30. So when I have to be at the gym, I'm thinking about, okay, do I need to get braids? Braids is $200. Right. Like at the end of the day, it's a lot of different reasons. Bonnets are not always acceptable, but that bonnet gonna keep your hair together and keep you looking right. Yep. Also, like depending on your shape, like you know what I'm saying, like you don't want to be looking at certain, like some of these white girls, they out there in their Lululemon bike shorts and stuff, and it's acceptable. They looking fine. They're giving Kim K. Yeah. But when Black women may be having the same shape, it's kind of like, oh, she's ghetto, she's nasty, oh, she's whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like if they got it, it's a lot of reasons that you would be discouraged from going to the gym. Also, if you have kids, if you got kids and your husband is out at the gym, when do you get to work out? Like, how does that set up? Or like, how's that set up in your funds or whatever? If you're a single mom, like, do you ever get to go to the gym? Yeah. So it's like, there's so many different reasons why we're not present there. That's right. And so then when we are, and then it's the few of us, then we get discouraged and might not want to go. Cause like, me, I went to a Black elementary school, Black middle school, Black high school, and a Black college. So I notice when I'm the only Black person in the room, I feel very uncomfortable. And not uncomfortable in me, but just in a sense that I'm on my feet. Like, I'm like, no. Oh, no, you feel it. No, you definitely feel it for sure. And I mean, and you're right, because with men, I mean,
Black men are accepted everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody no, ma'am. Black men, please. Now, because look, now, this is what we're going to do now. I don't get them pushback on their plight. because I ain't went through it. But what we gonna stop doing is telling black men what we do and don't do, and what we go through and what we don't go through. Going to predominantly white schools my entire life, you feel it too. Even more so because you're uncomfortable all the time. I had dreads growing up, and I had dreads in the era when if you had dreads, they immediately thought you was a criminal. You know what I mean? Immediately. I had long dreads. You know what I mean? So even when I go to Genesis, I get the looks. You know what I mean? But I'm unapologetically black, and I stir your damn soul out your chest. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you looking at? You know, that's just me. That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So, but now I will say we're much more accepted than black women for sure. But you still feel that same. If I go into a bar society, we still get them same stares. You know what I mean? Them same. But for me, I be itching for a motherfucker to say something. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? Because I got bail money. I had to put that out there. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. That St. Louis came out of me. My bad. I'm sorry.
I think something else, too, like when we think about like that whole, like I'm not accepted in these spaces, et cetera, Black women throughout the day have so many hats they're wearing. When they're at work, they're wearing a million different hats. When they're at home, they're wearing a million different hats. When they're in the gym, they might not feel comfortable. You know, yesterday I went to a yoga class. It was 103 degrees in there. Literally.
Lord Jesus.
I would have got up and left.
Exactly. And I'm like, anyway, I think that it's so, normalized sometimes of being like, my way to release is going to be, I'm going to be just by myself, not talk to anybody, have some wine, do whatever. And that can be a great way to like relieve that stress because it's just like in your own space. We don't have to worry about anybody else. And so I think a big piece of this is to create like a safe community space where it's like, you don't have to. There's so many mental hoops you're jumping through. The hardest part of going to the gym is talking yourself into going. Add being a black woman into it, and then add, am I going to be the only black woman there? I'm not going.
I hear that.
And it's going to be a tiny white lady teaching me hip-hop dance.
So then when you can already tell yourself,
here we go.
Dang, I don't want to go to the gym today. I'm going to have to wash my hair later. But I know they're going to play music that I like. And I know that everybody there probably going to be shaped kind of similar to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
That's right.
Now, I will say, though, I do feel like lately I've had a very positive experience being at the work studio in the sense that there is a more diverse community that comes out. And even though Black women are our target market, we tend to get the aunties out.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that on the Instagram page.
We got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, and I learned this through teaching as well, like just teaching kids, you don't have to teach only Black people to make an impact on the Black community because
that's right.
I feel like we got some white mamas at work studio that love us like our mamas. Like they are excited to see us. And so there's like different ways that we're able to just be unapologetically Black without being overbearing and being like aggressive about it. Like,
that's right.
When it was Black History Month, honey, we cooling down to Beyonce. I don't care what y'all say. Like,
yeah.
A brown skin girl, like I want y'all to hear this and I want y'all to see. Like I'll play old school because I'm like, I know Mama Gail is ready to kick it. And they might not know the words to the song. Right. But that's okay because when I'm at One Life, sometimes y'all play songs, y'all are falling out. I don't know those songs. I never heard it before. But I adjust. I'm like, okay, the song's not bad. I learned the song here. They do the same thing in our space. And so I feel like we've been able to use that to our advantage, and it's actually been kind of eye opening. It helps you not be angry about certain things.
Got the aunties, huh? Maybe that's
that might be your move.
Now listen, fellas, I've been tapping into this, man.
You need to come to class. That's what you need to do.
Now that's one of my questions. Are men allowed?
I would say yes. I just feel like people,
I would be the first one.
People don't come. Like I've had so many like men DM us being like, "Is it okay if I come?" And I'm like,
they never show up.
They don't.
Now as a man, I'm not gonna. Are the clients gonna feel uncomfortable if a man, because they may not jig the way they want to because I'm in the building.
For a year and a half, we only taught at the Tough Club.
Okay.
Shout out Jabari. And the reason that we moved to the work studio, it was a really cool space, but it was like a turf this size, and then there were no walls. You just see all of these like guys who are training for what are they called, bodybuilder competitions, athletes, like, and they are this close as people are stepping. So they've seen it all. They would still come. So
man, look, because maybe that's my get down. I didn't feel that way, man, because I feel like the mamas and the aunties appreciate this approach, because as Kayla described, that's not a thing. You can't be nice no damn more. I should walk up like, let me buy your motherfucking drink, girl. You know what I mean? That's what I should do.
And you'll have some girls be like, he crazy.
Yeah!
Now, don't pick her. But I'm just saying, I've seen it. I'd be like, what?
That's true.
You know what?
Absolutely
I'm gonna start switching my approach up. You know, look, I'm gonna do it like this.
Do a trial.
You gotta
I'm gonna do a
read the
trial.
room. You
Just
do.
see.
Because also Kayla, she'll be talking about like her dream man, and she'll literally describe him as someone who wouldn't ever speak to me. And I'm like, Kayla, like, and she's like, he doesn't need to speak to you.
Come
I'm
on,
like,
Kayla, bro. We got to do better, man, to get us
working
back.
on it.
See, that's what I'm saying. We men and women, we need to get to working together because there's so many mixed signals going on. That's what we doing over here at I-70, man. We don't know unless y'all tell us. You know what I mean? Kayla just said, the cool Kayla like roughnecks. Just a little bit. You know, she got roughnecks.
And quiet. So that's stupid because then...
right.
He ain't gonna say nothing.
He's best off coming up not saying anything, just bringing her a drink.
And
But would you say something?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that.
I would probably go back over. Like if he walked over to me and just dropped off a drink, if I thought he was cute, I would go find him. Like, why did you buy me this drink? How do you know I like it?
Kayla, you better stop doing that though. You better make sure you saw him buy that damn drink.
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna drink it, but I'm gonna go ask.
Okay. Put that in my notes. Y'all give me
Just bring her a soda, like
look club soda.
Yeah, give her a little club soda and lime.
Little club soda. Okay, 'cause maybe I just need to switch on my approach. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just try some things. You know what I'm saying? But the mamas do love me. The mamas do love me. You know what I mean? Because I got this baby face. You know, I can't grow facial hair. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can tell. I can't. This is all I've ever had in my life. I've never shaved a day in my life.
You do look young.
So when people be like, "Oh boy, you 28. You don't look number 23," I'll be like, "What you trying to do to me, woman?" You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm gonna start going to where the mama's at. I'm gonna start going to church. You know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I mean? Because maybe that's my niche.
You know what? That might be the best thing you ever said, and not for I don't want to say not for religious reasons, but it's a lot of single women at church, but a
Praise
lot of
God.
single quality women at church.
Praise God. She paying
For
her
whatever
tithes.
reason, there's more single women at these churches than single men.
I'm gonna start going, man. My brother, his girlfriend, she do spin classes. You know what I mean? And she was telling me, "Oh, brother, you should come on out to the spin class." I'm finna start going with these good women there, man, because what I'm doing.
And bring your homeboys.
No, because Kayla, you didn't give us good instructions today. You know what I mean? You know, you didn't give us good instructions.
Did. He over there taking notes.
Come on, Mark.
He in the back of his head like, and I'm gonna go over, drop that drink off.
No. Okay, on the real, I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna just. And you said just do that and walk off.
I'm just saying if you were just like, hey, how y'all doing? And you dropped one.
No, because you said don't address the friends.
I said don't. Not a hey baby, hey girls, hey ladies,
Hey, ladies.
hey sugar mamas. Like,
I wouldn't
don't
say that.
nobody-
Now, that's corny shit. Now, that's corny
I don't
shit.
want to hear that. Like if you were just like, hey, how you doing? And you dropped off a drink, have a good day, walk off. It would be like, you're not gonna say nothing else. Like, and who are you?
Ooh, see, fellas, maybe we need to start not giving a damn. We being too nice. I think we being too nice.
I'm not saying throw the drink on her, like, because that's what you're giving. Like, I'm gonna come up and
Here,
just
take this damn drink.
Yeah.
Walk off.
It kind of leaves the door open though, right?
Yeah.
And we ain't got time for that,
why
right?
did he do that?
Look, I ain't got time for
Where
that.
you gotta be?
I'm just saying because listen, I'm not gonna do that, Olivia. I'm not gonna do that. Then another brother come in and steal the catch.
But you also have to make y'all gotta.
I do eye contact. I'm a Scorpio,
So if you've already made eye contact and you see her, she see you, and y'all see each other,
because women be playing. We'll make eye contact all night. I finally come up and say something. Now, what the fuck? You been
Because I
looking
would
at
be
me?
looking away. If you're trying to make eye contact with me, I don't like it. I'd be like, I'm gonna be you know better. Don't come over here with that.
Men, look, this is why we got to have conversations. Men and women, man, we need to get back together, man. All these platforms. Look, over here at I-70. Look, let me say this. It's a lot of platforms. It's a lot of men, I would say. I'm going to just speak about men. There's a lot of men who have podcasts and things, and they just say things that they know women will like and share. You know what I mean? For instance, let's say a woman has been hurt by a man. You have men who have platforms, and they are, I call it pandering to women who've been, hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't like that shit. That shit is corny to me. That shit is whack because I'm all about bringing folks together. I love people. I'm just a people person. I love to talk. And I just think a lot of platforms, y'all doing more harm than good out here because, man, y'all can, every day, man, you drop a content that continuously drives wedges in between men and women. You know what I mean? And I don't feel that because, like I said, I'm a guy who, I'm family oriented. And all I ever wanted was a family. And now that I'm at this age, I just be seeing certain shit and I just be like, man, stop with the bullshit. Women too, but I don't do that. I don't jump on women back and beat them down because I love women, So Stop with the bullshit, man. Stop with the pandering, man, because you know you're only doing that for likes and shares. You ain't spitting no real shit that you believe. You know what I mean? You spit some shit that you feel like a woman who's been done wrong will share and post and, you know, and that's all you doing it for. You ain't doing it for no real reason because the whole time you're a sick motherfucker too.
It's a big... Oh, go ahead. I say we're just like in a big clickbait era.
There you go, clickbait.
Mm-hmm. What's going to be a shocking... Like, oh, why'd they say this? It's taken out of context. And
I don't feel that, you know what I mean?
But it shapes your minds, like it shapes your like perspective of what you do expect. Because I do feel like now that there is like so much media surrounding like relationships and this and that, it's like you've taken in and digested so many just like wrong content of like what men do, what women do, what people shouldn't do, or what's socially acceptable. Right. So all of those things are naturally playing out in your subconscious, like even when you're interacting with people. Right. Because I feel like naturally, like, yes, I do like men that's more like rough or like, you know what I mean? Or like, you a little more hood. Like,
girl, that's what I'm talking about.
But at the same time though, like the perception of like what I understand that to look like is a little bit skewed. And so it is sometimes hard for me to date because I am automatically like, I'm assessing you like I would on Hinge. Right. I'm looking at all, like, as I'm looking at you, I'm like, where do you work? What do you do? And it's like.
She's measuring your shoes.
Man, I am. That's what it be like when I go talk to women, it's like a damn interrogation off the rip. Like, we ain't even having real conversation. You immediately, where you work? How much you make? And it's like, baby, can we just, do you come here often? Like, can we just slow it down a little bit? Goddamn, you trying to know me in this first, 5 minutes of us talking, which, I mean, hey, do what you got to do, ladies. You know what I mean? But I just don't want, I'd say this. I don't want us to grow old and we single as a motherfucker out here. That's one of my biggest fears. I just feel like our generation, us 90s babies, is so much stuff, content put out that a lot of us gonna grow up single, man, and we gonna look back, we about to be 30 in a minute. You know what I mean? Some of us are already 30
this year.
I'm gonna be 30 next year. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what I'm on. I'm like, damn, bro, I don't want to look up. We all in our 40s and 50s and we all running around. Because what the hell we going to do when we 40 and 50? We going to be lonely as hell. I got a dog, man. I don't want him to be, shout out my dog, Capone. I don't want us to just be me. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, look. We going to look. I'm going to tap in with Kayla and Olivia. They're going to let me come to class. Fellas, we're going to have to vet some of y'all.
We need to have a part 2 dating conversations.
Mm-hmm. Y'all going to come back?
Yeah.
All right, get y'all back.
Because we also got to have we need to have an Enneagram episode.
Oh, yes.
Do you know your Enneagram? Write it down because we're going to have a whole...
I don't know how to spell that, baby. I was in the research room.
E-N-N.
You see how quickly I just said, baby, and it wasn't like that. That was just...
But we know you now.
Okay, right. They know me now. They know the boy. What is it again? Give it to me, Olivia.
E-N-N.
E-N-N.
E-A-G-R-A-M.
See, you going too fast. I told you I was in the research room.
Got it. E-N-N. E-A-G-R-A-M.
God damn.
So the Truity one will come up first on Google.
Okay.
Take the free test.
What is this?
Screenshot your results. It's like...
how much time do we have left?
Yeah. What is this? What I'm getting into?
It's basically a personality type of test.
Okay.
But it has like 9 different like types. So it's not necessarily like a zodiac where it's like, oh, I did this because, whatever. It helps you more define like what are your most innermost like desires and fears and how does that drive like how you interact with other people. But it also is a way you can like when you know other people's Enneagrams, like when you asked earlier, like why do we work so well together?
I was just about to say that.
We use our Enneagram so much because like I'm a 9, which is like a peacemaker. Kayla is a 3, which is the achiever. And so I got it down into it, but I feel like with relationships, it's a great tool. If somebody knows about Enneagram and you were to mention it, I bet they would be like, oh my gosh, like he knows himself so well.
Oh, women, yeah, look, I'll be using it in some of my pivot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all women, y'all into astrology and rocks and whatnot now, you know what I mean? I'll be there.
Not rocks.
I'm screaming.
Oh, my bad. Is that the wrong? It's rocks.
You've been talking to geologists?
Yeah, because listen, I don't know nothing about it.
It'd be like moon.
They be talking about the crystals and the stones and the sages and
it's I'd be like, all right, love, where you want to go eat? Because I ain't really into all that, you know what I mean? I be thinking, at the same time, do I got it written down, ladies? Some of y'all need to slow up a little bit. Y'all base the whole thing on that. Now, because I'm a Scorpio. So long as a woman here, Scorpio. I told you I get the whole tag. Go. What you get ready to say, Kayla?
No, I was going to say people in general do that now. And I just be like, I'm so confused. Like, people literally be like, girl, you know he's a Gemini. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what
be
does
like,
that
dang.
mean? Like, what does that mean? I don't understand
Yeah.
what we're saying about this now. And she'll describe something that somebody else that is not a Gemini does, and I'm like, girl, what?
Okay, now, what is the like? What is that? What's the what is that feeling that drives you? Like, what can a client say to you all that just warms your heart and just make you want to come back and do Queens Vibe KC? You know,
Aisha.
Yeah, we had a client who came for a long time, and I just ran into her the other day at Trader Joe's, and she's someone who like always reminds us like I don't come here to like lose weight or like to have like an angle. Like I come here because it is like my one time a week that it is like for me. Like I am present. I'm connected to my body. I'm feeling loved. I feel like I can love other people better. And like that one person alone hearing that will make us like, we're going to come back next week. Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, like people will love to remind us that we are quote unquote regular build. Right. So when people tell us that they can feel safe and like comfortable to come move their body, like simple as that. That will, for me, that keeps me going.
Do you echo that same sentiment?
Yeah, like
Yeah, see, I did that. I was in the research room, but I'm good with my words, man.
we love to see it.
How? They educated, so they gotta say stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They can't be out there, you know, be making
listen, we getting towards the end of the year, so actually my professionalism is waning.
What?
Yeah.
I need to, matter of fact, go ahead. You echo that same sentiment, right?
I do.
Okay, so now, being educators, okay, shout out to the teachers, man. You feel me? Because y'all are important people. I've said it on the episode before. Everybody remember their favorite teacher. Mine was Miss Patton, okay? And mine was Miss Patton because she was patient with me. Y'all can see I'm high motor, so when I was a kid, my mama called me a busybody. I'm just always, when I was a kid, I was just, you know, I can't sit down. I'm always talking. And Miss Patton, man, she took time with me when other teachers wouldn't. You know what I mean? Other teachers would, you know, kick me out or, I mean, I still, when I go back home, I go to my high school, I go give her a hug because she was really, really patient with me. You know what I mean? So I really want to shout out to the educators because I want to say y'all are overworked, underpaid. I'm saying it, y'all ain't got to say it, but with me. Y'all overworked and underpaid, and y'all lead the youth. You know what I mean? Like y'all truly are. Parents leave their kids with y'all. How long is school day?
Too long. Sorry, it's 8 hours.
Yeah.
About 8 hours a day, parents are leaving them with y'all. You know what I mean? And, you know, me personally, I can't thank teachers enough because, you know, I don't think I would have made it through school without, you know, good teachers like a Miss Patton. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I went to predominantly white schools, but I come from a very rough environment. You know what I mean? Well, my big brother, who's 1 year older than me, he was the first one in my family to go to college. You know, so coming from where we come from, we didn't see school like that. You know what I mean? We had those daily temptations that every day, you know, that's, you know, trouble right there. You know what I mean? You're going to get on the bus or you're going to make your little bread that you can make today. You know what I mean? So, you know, I really wanted to, you know, say thank you to y'all too, you know, from the bottom of my heart because teachers, they need that, bro, because it's hard, man. Because I don't know how y'all do it, man. I couldn't deal with them damn kids all day. Then you can't discipline them. You can't talk to them. Parents, y'all don't want to listen to the teachers. I say it for you, Kayla. Go ahead. Oh, you what?
It's about building relationships and being genuine.
There you go. Being genuine. Okay, now, how can someone sign up when they see this interview, when they, you know, because, you know, we doing our thing, you know, check us out on all platforms, you know what I'm saying, our Instagram doing numbers. How can they sign up for Queens Vibe, KC?
Yes. So the best way right now, our class books through the Mind Body app. So if you have the Mind Body app, if you look up Queen Vibes KC, our classes will pop up. If you don't, you can either go to our Instagram, that is Queen Vibes KC, and we have a link tree in our bio. You can click on that. It'll take you where you need to go. Or our website, queenvibeskc.com. You can go there, and there's a tab that says book, and you can go there and see our schedule. Click, it'll take you to the Mind Body, all that. So, and if not, people always DM us questions and
walk in.
Yeah, just come to the work studio on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Your first class is free.
I'm thinking about it, y'all. You know what I mean? Because
Don't think about it, be about it.
But look, just tell the aunties to stay up off of me. I'm coming to work out.
I thought you wanted them on you.
Right.
But I don't want them to feel uncomfortable with the class. See, that's what I'm saying. I be too just, I be worried that you see she called me my shit a little creepy. You know what I mean? I be worried about that type of shit, man.
Don't be thinking about that.
I'ma still do me, but I don't be
I'm
wrong.
gonna text you. You is kind.
Thank you. Because I'm truly like that. Yeah, I do not like to make women feel uncomfortable. And I think it's because I grew up in a house full of women. I never want a woman to feel uncomfortable. In the gym, when women walk past me, hell, I drop my head a lot of times, like, because I don't want you to feel like I'm a creep. And then I don't gawk at women. I despise men who are just, you making her uncomfortable, bro. You scaring her, bro. Like, stop looking at her like that. You know, like you said, she ain't looking back at you, you just gawking at her. You know, she gave you the already. You just, nah, I'm going to keep on looking. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm going to tap in with Queens Vibe KC. Switch on my approach a little bit. I needed to hear this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't striking out. I just ain't hitting no home run. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm getting on the bases. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, home runs ain't really coming in.
That'll be a future feature. We'll have a service dating coach.
Yes.
Now, don't be bashing me when I come, ladies. I don't want to come and I'm the object of just ridicule. I don't
gotta be coachable.
I'm coachable.
He's looking for a lady.
Because the shit that I'm doing, I'm attracting. I don't even want, because I don't want to discourage them. I don't want them to watch
We're giving
this.
you a hard time. The only little tiny feedback we gave you was, for us personally, just the little pet names. That's the only thing we said.
All right, the pet name. I think it's because y'all oversaturated the pet names, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the aunties, I think, appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because when I'm in the grocery store, when I say, excuse me, ma'am, they, you know what I mean?
Because you got them feeling young and
hell yeah, I got them feeling young. I love going in like Quick Trip, and a mama walk past me. She on her way to work, and I say, hey, baby, you looking nice today. Oh my God, I think I just made her day. You know what I mean? And I go get my little coffee, and I feel good. You know what I'm saying?
We should have him at classes so he can hype everybody up.
Literally.
Oh, I can do that. Go on, girl. Do it. Work. But like I said, I truly don't want to make the women feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I think you're doing fine. We gave you a small feedback.
I broke them in, y'all.
And so once you implement that small feedback,
and I'm gonna implement it. I'm gonna do this the weekend. I'm gonna do it tonight.
I think back to the Tough Club when Jabari be on the sidelines with it being like, and why you look so lazy today. So people, you know, it can motivate them.
All right. Okay, and now another thing, opportunities. Y'all said something about if somebody teach self-defense classes, they could talk to y'all. You know what I mean? If you teach any type of class, you can come through Queens Vibe. Just speak to somebody who does something as far as training and they want an opportunity to join Queens Vibe KC.
So I would say just reach out. Reach out via Instagram, probably email. It doesn't matter. I will say we are, how do I put this? We're trying to be more intentional about our vision and like making sure it's clear, because I think that it kind of goes to the point that you had earlier about like collaborating with Black women. Like we absolutely I love people in general, so I'm a network. However, we have learned just through trial and error that like everything is not for your business. Some things you just need to support.
That's right.
You don't have to collab on everything.
Right.
And just because you collab, because that's the word on Instagram right now, is collab, doesn't mean that y'all about to make money. It doesn't mean that you have a client that wants that. So I would say reach out so that we can see if it's a good fit, if there's a way that we can support you, or kind of incorporate it into what we do. Because if not, it could just be, like Olivia said, Olivia is so good at business coaching.
Right.
And me as somebody who is kind of a visionary, I feel like that could be something that we could offer, like as a service of like, this is how you could take this off. Like, this is something big you could do with it. If this is what you're looking for, if this is your purpose in collaborating with us to find new clientele, here's a great place to start. And she's great with like looking over websites and looking over your Instagram page to see if it's aesthetically pleasing, all these different things. So even if it's not an opportunity to collab, like as in a class, there's opportunities for us to work together. So
make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure y'all tap in. And then one more thing. If it is a young queen out there who sees this interview, who catches a reel or two, and she's inspired, what advice could y'all give her on starting something like Queens Vibe KC?
I would say have a really clear vision of why you want to do it.
Okay.
Because that is what you can anchor back into when you're checking your bank account, when you're feeling discouraged, if something didn't have an outcome that you intended, like coming back to your why.
Right.
Because starting a business is hard. Like anybody, literally anybody can start a business.
Yeah.
But having a profitable business, having a sustainable business, having a business that can expand, those are all such different things. And so I think just being really clear about, why you want to do it and how you want to get there.
Yeah, and I would say probably, I guess, two things. One, business makes sense, and it makes money. Like businesses make money. If you ain't making money, you don't have a business.
Right.
And not necessarily like you're paying yourself $1 million, but in the sense that like if you are doing something that you're not charging enough for, or not charging people at all for, or that you're spending more than you're making, you have a passion and you are very charitable and kind, but you don't have a business. Because that kind of anchors, it brings down my visionary into an actual product that sells. And then I would just say like, be okay with like getting to know yourself over and over and over again. Cause I feel like the us that we are in this season is so different than me in the shower being like, this is about to be the next Worlds of Fun of like workout classes. Also like realizing that it was 2020, it was a pandemic. Like I was hurting. I was longing for something. I was also angry about being the Black girl in the One Life. Like I hated it. Yeah. Versus now being able to be in spaces and be like, I don't feel put out at all, like by you being here in this space with me, because it is what it is. And like, this is why we're here and things like that. So like our mindsets are like continuously, like even if you choose a business partner, we are continuously having to have like, I'm sorry, but I just thought that you were saying that. I didn't feel that way. I just was mad. And like, but we have to keep doing that. It's like literally like a marriage. And so it's like, you have to be so okay with like not being okay in some seasons, being great in some seasons, and
being open to a pivot.
Peaks and valleys and pivots,
taking sound advice from wise counsel.
Yes. Have mentors.
I've been taking advice today. You know what I mean? I got my stuff down, my personality stuff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna switch up my approach. Kayla told me to just walk up.
Why you gotta say?
Because you said it, Kayla. No, because you said it.
Come as a package deal.
Okay.
She agrees with me.
Queens Vibe KC said I need to switch up my approach just a tad bit. I'm gonna keep it how I got it because like I said, I've been getting on base. I just ain't been hitting no home runs. You know what I mean? But I'm going to switch it up, man. I'm going to be a whole new nigga this weekend. You know what I mean? I got the car clean. You know what I'm saying? I get my hair cut to so crossing my leg.
Easter weekend, wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's Easter weekend.
You going to be his pastel suit at the bar? Like?
Nah, you know, this young lady invited me over to her house for, you know.
Oh, a little Easter brunch.
Yeah, her mama cooking, you know what I mean? So she wanted the boy to come.
You on base 3.
No, hell no. I'm a pimp. I don't belong to her.
She's not listening.
Okay.
Listen, what did y'all say earlier?
I don't belong to her.
Look, listen to me. I'm unapologetic in my pimping. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not mean spirit. I'm honest with women, which is probably why I be striking out sometimes. I'm honest, bro. You know what I mean?
She still invited you to her mama's house.
Yeah.
So you fine.
I don't belong. I'm just, like I said, y'all, but at the same time, I'm just at this weird space in my life where, you know, I'm taking care of myself, you know, this, that, and the third. So I don't really, you know what I mean? It don't bother me to be open and honest with nobody at this point. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, girl. The food better be good. One more thing before we get up out here. Give them this, like, where can they find Queens Vibe KC? Give out y'all social medias where they can reach y'all to sign up or get advice on business or relationship advice. They didn't even know they was relationship coaches.
We knew. We did.
Oh, okay, my bad. Give out the social media platforms.
It is Queen Vibes, like Queen Vibes with an S, KC on everything. Email queenvibeskc@gmail.com, queenvibeskc.com, and Queen Vibes KC on Instagram.
And Kayla, you know, you single like me. Did you want to give out your Instagram? Olivia, you are.
JoJo thinks pink.
Go ahead. What is it?
JoJo_think pink on Instagram. I don't be on Facebook like that.
Yeah, it's time, man.
I don't really be on Twitter. I really actually am not a social media girl.
And she's not going to text you back.
Oh, you not a texter back? Oh my God, fellas, we can't.
Okay, I am working on, because here's the thing. I hate the whole getting to know you stage. Like
I'm supposed to get to know you.
I know. I understand the flaw in it, but I'm so busy. Like I literally go to the gym at 5, then I go to work at 6:30, then I coach track until 5. Okay. Then I go teach a Queen Vibes class until 7:30, and then I go home. I try to eat dinner. I try to sneak 30 minutes of a TV show. I love Jeopardy, so I just have to watch a little bit.
She was raised with her grandma. She liked Jeopardy.
Hang with Chini.
My little dog is bad, so I have to go off on him. He did something stupid, and I have to go to bed and start over again. So if you're texting me like, what's your favorite color? I'm like, get off my phone. I'm not about to text you back. You got siblings? Like, no.
So I see what the problem is, fellas. You know, at this big old age that we at, man, the ladies are too damn busy.
It's just hard to get to know somebody. Like, think when you dating in high school, you low key already know that person somewhat. Like, especially if you went to school with them, it's like we just start talking, but like I know you. And so some stuff is just, and you ain't got nothing but time on your hands anyway because you ain't doing nothing.
Right. So
like, I don't know, like I'm just more of an in-person person. Like if I vibe with you in person and then you get my number, I'm more apt to like talk to you.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the apps is like you started off literally like trying to start a conversation, but not being boring. You don't want to be weird, but you don't want to just ask something deep out of nowhere because that's weird.
That shouldn't be
so
weird.
it just like, I just stopped texting because I'm like, I don't have a good answer for that. I don't care if you know my mama's name or how many siblings I have.
Damn. Look, fellas, basically, all in all, the school year is almost over. Catch Kayla ass.
Yeah,
you know.
just be real fine and be smell real good. That's all I ask.
I can give y'all some cologne advice, too, because, you know what I'm saying? Because nigga like myself, I spread on before I go to Walmart. I be looking for the mamas, you know. And I'm a Sam's Club member, so I really be.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We're more of a Costco girl.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Her not cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good asset. It's giving grown.
Gotta smell
and have
good,
a
though.
good mattress. Not that I'm trying it. That was okay. Wait.
No, you saying it right.
No. Wait. Because I think that was out of context.
Okay.
What I'm not saying is that I'm about to try your mattress. What I'm saying is that's a very adult thing to have. Like if I was to ask you like, what is the best like adult purchase you've made, and you like me personally, I bought a really good mattress pad, and I be getting good sleep because that's what I value. Because I need rest.
Now, fellas, let me give you some advice.
vacuum
Now, we finna get up out of here. This pimping from a man. Let me give you some real advice.
And you know why he want a good mattress?
Listen, I got one. King size, baby. I do this. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Get you a good couch. That's what you need. Because when she come through for the first time, she ain't going to immediately go to the bed. Make sure, get a sectional, fellas. Sectional is pimping.
That's true.
That's good.
My shit black. You know
And
what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
giving you trying. We gotta sit on top
Yeah,
of each other. Not
see?
because we want to, because you ain't got but a little bit of couch.
You can't get like, no disrespect to the couch in my studio because I appreciate my leather couch.
This is fine.
But nah, fellas, get you a big boy sectional, bro, to where, you know what I mean?
She might start down here and then she might
Yes, sir. And then one more thing, fellas. Get you a nice couch, then get you a good throw blanket. Get you one of them good.
The girls love throw blankets.
Man, go get you one of them. And I don't know if the sale's still going on over at what is it? What's the store?
Not sending them to the swap meet.
Nah, not the swap meet. Nah, we buy good. What is it? Bath and Beyond?
Oh, it's only one bed.
Bed,
Bath and Beyond.
yeah, that one.
Is it the bed?
They sell these UGG throws, bro.
Oh wow!
Be pimping, man. I told y'all.
Well, how
man.
much?
I caught it on sale.
I know it's on see how much it's sale.
I don't know if it's the same though. I don't want to give you the wrong
Yeah, because when I
advice.
go in there, I'm gonna say you just sunshine
Yeah,
for $20. So don't tell me it's $60.
I've been pimping, so I bought mine a little minute ago. But get you, like she said, get you a nice bed, but get you that nice sectional and a throw blanket. So when she come over, that throw just laying right over the couch. So when she lean back, you know what I mean, it's right on her shoulder.
He's faking that he needs advice.
Yeah, he is.
I do need advice. I told you I want to.
Because he's taking him to the mattress,
Tell-
so he's trying to get him to home base. That's third.
I mean,
is it second base? Maybe you're stopping at second base because that's the mattress. The mattress is the second base.
not necessarily the second base could be the couch. You know what I mean? Because my couch big enough.
Combo is second base.
I mean, that's real. That's real. Because I mean, when that motherfucking door swing open, they see that motherfucking king size joint with that foam on top. And you gotta get you a good comforter set, man. Y'all be going to Walmart. Stop getting your damn comforter set from Walmart, man. There you go. And when you wash it, man, that shit is ruined. You know what I mean?
have to wash it.
Look, I agree. You niggas ain't washing. We finna get up out of here. You ain't washing your damn sheets. And y'all got pets. I got a pit bull, so I gotta make sure everything is. I got the Febreze spray, the dog odor Febreze spray, man. Then one more thing, fellas. You know I love giving game. Go to what is it? What's the store in the mall? The candle store. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all go get your lotion.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. So let me give y'all the game, fellas. Get you the mahogany lotion. Mahogany teak wood. That's what I get.
And the bourbon one smells good.
And the bourbon one. I like the teak wood. I got bourbon, but I like that teak wood. I like to smell like that. And then go get you the candle mahogany as well. You just need one. Put that on your counter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I mean? But look, I'm giving up too much pimping, man. The game is to be sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope, we do some things, man. We bring the unity back, man. Because we got to start making babies, man. We getting old as shit out here, man. Shit. I want me some kids, man. I want me a little one running around, bro. I'm going to make you one of you women sign an NDA. And we just going to have a baby and just keep it within the contract. Because
he's working on it, ladies.
I'm working, man.
Good luck this weekend at Easter.
Oh yeah, I told you to slide to the church house.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, that's too much. You
And
know
don't
what I'm
wear
saying?
no shoes that match your suit.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm gonna tell you what, when this episode do come out, a lot of y'all gonna be upset with me. Oh, you went over her house. Yes, baby, you didn't offer. You did not offer to cook for me. I don't know what to tell you. You want a nigga to pay your bills. I want a woman to cook for me. But listen, man, we gonna get up out of here, ladies. I want to thank y'all for pulling up. Because it be hard out here, man. I be hitting some of y'all up, man. I be feeling like y'all don't hit me back because I'm not big enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then when I get big enough, you gonna try to spin the block. Like, oh, I want to. I remember what you did. But ladies, I want to thank y'all for coming on. Y'all gave good game. Gave me some relationship advice that I'm gonna use this weekend. Shout out my girl Kayla. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Because Olivia was kicking game too. You know what I mean? Shout out to her husband, man. Holla at your boy, man. So you can give me some advice, bro. You all happy and whatnot, bro. I'm trying to be like you, pimpin'.
You love him. He's great.
Hey, bro, just holler at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk. But ladies, thank y'all for coming on. For all the subscribers, thank you. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. We need some more subscribers. We moving up, man. TikTok, y'all not really messing with me on TikTok. I think it's an age thing. You know what I mean? That's fine because I don't really know how to get to the whole TikTok audience. You know what I mean? They be hard on the board. You know what I'm saying? But Facebook, all the aunties and mamas, they love me, of course. You know, they
You're
be
a
sharing.
Facebook shawty for sure.
I need to be because I feel like that's where everybody mamas and whatnot at, man.
Mark
You know?
is sick of you. He said.
And Mark always sick of me every episode because I do this every time, don't I, bro?
I'm so sorry.
Mark be like, man, hurry your ass up. I got to get home. He got a date. So, yeah, man, we going to
Oh,
get up.
I forgot you got the date.
Yeah, my dog got a date tonight. My bad, bro, because, lady, look, if you are Mark joint, he don't got a date. He going for somebody's birthday. Well, hell, I don't know. Look, I'm just fucking up everybody's shit because I'm lonely out here, y'all. You know what I mean? Misery love company. Ain't that what they say? Thank y'all for stopping in with the boy. You know what I mean? This interview will be out Thursday, 1 p.m.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? Follow my girls on all social media platforms. Tap in. Fellas, we are welcome to the... Am I going to be in the back? Or do I need to be in the front?
We'll see.
Do you have rhythm?
Do I got rhythm? Hell
I
yeah.
forgot he was show choir king.
Right.
Hell yeah, I got rhythm. I can dance now. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
it's up to you.
I'm a gangster. I just two-step though nowadays. You know what I mean? Because don't nobody dance no more. You know what I mean? But I just get my little hints and I just... But now I can dance. Hell yeah. But we'll talk about that later on. Thank y'all, man. We out.